G'day, mates. A couple of things first. I'm actually quite sick at the moment, so if there's any weird cuts, that is why. I just need something to keep myself occupied while I'm going through this. Zoodle. This one had me intrigued. You can actually just unzip the Gunslinger archive into its own folder, which I've done, and then drag each of the subfolders into Mod Organizer. Just make sure the cursor is exactly underneath the previous mod or in between mods while you're dragging it, or else it won't install. I actually tried this. However, it's not working. Here it is. I've got the complete thing unpacked in my old shenanigans folder, but it's not working. If I open, let's say, this up or something, binoculars, you see how it's just getting a circle with a slash through it? So the only thing I can think of is that I think you're running plugins. I'm not running any plugins. I run stock standard, so you might have a plugin that you're using. I even upgraded Mod Organizer to from version 2.5.0 to version 2.5.2, just thinking that it may have been a new feature. But yeah, I think it all comes down to, I think you're using a plugin that lets you do it. But your idea brought up a better, more interesting idea. I mean, I have done it, but I didn't do it at the time, I admit. But I'll go through, open up another folder here, because I've completely uninstalled Gunslinger. I completely removed it. And if I go to my C drive, and if you go to your old world Stalker file, and in here I've got where I download everything, so Modor. I didn't even spell that right. I spelled it as mode. Jesus. Wow, my eyes were really bad. And into the mod section here, and this is where all the mods go. So if I was just to go through and do this instead, grab everything and just copy and then paste it. And that would end up fundamentally being even easier than doing it the way that you're mentioning. And then I just close that off, go up here, refresh, and everything showed up. The only thing you would have to do then is just go through and tick everything to activate it. Anyway, thanks for that. It had me intrigued. I was really like looking into it and seeing if it could be done, but I can't do it. Like I said, I think you've got to plug in. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of time going through and activating these because I want to show you a reshade that I found. Unfortunately, I can't run these reshades, so I've been trying them all out. I even tried it out in my other prior pack, and that was sending my CPU away, my GPU through the roof, and I didn't actually test that. I just added it and played. That script has to be down the bottom. Is that all in my... Oh, that's all in my testing section. You know what? I'm going to do this. Remove the separator. Yes. Just to make it easier. And then I'll just add another separator. Testing. All right. So that's all set up. I'm going to go in game and show you this new this shader that I found. It's really, really cool. Although I can't run it for very long. Okay. So I've turned off the reshade for now. So I had to do some other fiddly settings within the game that are actually not too bad. I kind of like the setup that that the Reshade creator had here. It actually looks pretty good with everything. And if I go through and just load up, let's say just load up an AK, like the lighting and just several other things look really pretty good. Now if I turn on the reshade, that's the reshade active. It doesn't look bad at all. Like, it really looks good. Now this reshade was called Trip to the Zone. It's an old reshade. Some of the options in there are now legacy options for reshade. So they're under the legacy section. There's also a layer here. I had to install that separately and figure that out, but The layer doesn't really do much. It sort of like just adds these, like, you see those little dots on the screen now? Like somehow your eyes have got some weird imperfection on it. So I just opted to end up just turning it off completely. It didn't really do anything bar that. But other than that, it's not too bad. But like I said, the other settings that that I had to set up weren't too bad either for the world. Like, this just gives it a more desaturated feel. And like I said, it still looks very good. And then just the other settings for like gloss, hemi, and everything else turned out to be not too bad either. So let's just move it over to a bit of the day. Yeah. So this is what it's going to look like, even though it's still cloudy, that's why. Hang on. Partly. Let me go clear. I don't think that's going to do much. I don't know. It looks really good. And this is with Reshade on. So like I said, I can't actually run this. It's putting my system right up to 80 and to the 80 and 90s in my GPU. And I've tried out a lot of other reshades as well. Like I said, I was going to try out quite a few reshades. I've had to do quite a few player INI, user INI resets to get rid of those settings to try out the new ones. But this was probably the most interesting. So if I get a brand new system, maybe soon-ish, this will probably be the reshade that I would go with. But for now, what I'm going to have to do is completely uninstall Reshade and leave it and reset my user INI back to the standard. And we'll come back to that a little bit later on. I think we're going to continue on with the other mods for now. And I'll be back anyway. I've got a little bit of work to go through and do all of that. All right. Now, I thought I'd just add this in. I have added it in other videos, but I thought maybe it might be a good idea to add this in as well. So if you're looking at resetting your user INI in case you've gone through and done all of your hemi settings, your gloss settings, and everything else, and you either want to keep them or you want to reset and go back to normal, all you need to do is go into your install. Yeah. Go to app data. That's your user LTX, not INI. I don't know why I said that. User LTX file. I'm just going to go here and make a new folder called, what's it called? Trip to the zone. Trip to the zone settings. Because I actually want to keep the, God, I can't even spell that. Yeah, fuck it. And I'm just going to put it in there. Yeah. So it'll be in there. And that way, when you start the game again, it'll make a brand new user LTX file. You've got to redo all of your settings. It shouldn't take you long though. And then you're back to square one. And then you can go and mess with your hemi and your glosses and everything else again. In case you can't remember what the defaults are and stuff. It's just a good way of being able to keep settings, you know, that you come across or used. And then you can access them again later on. That's how I do it anyway. There might be another way, but yeah. All right, I'm back with stock standard again. So everything's been reset and done. I went through and actually set up my keyboard commands this time too. You may have already seen it if you've installed the game and thought, what the fuck? But no one's left a comment, so. See the device got all those reflections? That's a shader, or an old shader. That is coming from that water mod, right? Because this mod was created well after that particular mod, the shaders are going to be inconsistent. And so it's going to cause these issues. So, same thing with the bear. The other two aren't affected. It's just these two. The standard and artifact detector and the bear. So, it'd be up to you what you want to do. But because, like I said, I don't want to use S.T.A.L.K.E.R shader mod, it would alleviate a lot of the issues. And I'm not saying that from a you point of view. Like, if you don't want to use these and you want to use S.T.A.L.K.E.R shader mod, you go right ahead. Right? All I'm doing is just having a bit of fun, making a different mod pack that's just not using the norm. I don't like doing that. Like, I play Warhammer 40k, and I'm an Imperial Guardsman. I love the Imperial Guard. I get my fucking ass monkey stomped all the time. Sure, fucking oath I do. Except for Apocalypse matches where I can bring all of my fucking basilisks to bear. I've got a lot of them here. But, you know, it's the same sort of thing. I like to use the odd things and just try to make something different, you know? Instead of the normal, you know, use this because it's pretty. But you can either go through and deactivate this. You can't run this without this sort of thing. So you'd have to deactivate the two. Or what I decided I was going to do was go through and just deactivate the devices. And I'll show you why in game. So let's go back in game. So if I load in the devices again, you already know what's going to happen. Bring up the bear. You'll see that the device is way out. And then the gunslinger brings the gun back. To me, from a lore building perspective, because I like to do a lot of fluff with my Warhammer stuff, and even my Privateer Press stuff, like my Trollbloods and stuff, there's a hell of a lore behind them. It always fascinates people. If you were using a device, let's say a radiation device or something like that, you'd put that fucker way ahead of you, wouldn't you? You'd be putting that fucker way ahead of you because you want to be nowhere near a radiation zone. So that's how I'm going to run with it, and that's my fucking story. I don't really have an issue with it myself, so that's more than likely what I'm going to do with it. Yeah. Now, as I said last video, I wanted to try out that sound mod and see what happens. So let's go and find it and install it and go and find out what happens. Alternative pseudo giants. Really? Is that... No, that's already... That must be a new update. Because there should already be alternative pseudo giants, isn't there? Bring up my folder. Animals, it was. Here. Yeah, alternative... Oh, no, pseudo dogs. Oh no, pseudo giant retexture. Okay, so there's now an alternative version. Just like Snorks was the latest one that was released. So this one, okay, cool. Fuck yes. Awesome. You're mine. This kind piece and does some really good work with the alternative stuff. Like, it's really cool. Really good work. That is going into my archive. For sure. Fuck yeah, look at that. That is so cool. Fucking awesome work, dude. Wow. Munching on dogs. That's cool. That's fucking awesome. I mean, all the alternatives will definitely be going into this pack because I love the look of them. That's cool. Awesome. All right. Now, not Lost World, Old World. We will be revisiting the Lost World. Just like TAA, I disabled TAA and completely removed it. Like I said, I don't think it's working at all, and I don't think I've worked it properly. Well, I'm not doing the proper things on my end with it. So, but we can't run any of this stuff without Mr. Demonized anyway. So, I've got another idea for TAA. It's going to be like Desolation, where Desolation is still restricted to 1.5.1 version of Anomaly. The creators have gone that 1.5.2 didn't add anything interesting for them to warrant porting it. So whenever I make Desolation mods, I have to be restricted completely on it, you know? So it's very restrictive, but fun, trying to find a fun way or an interesting way of making that mod pack without having all the cool essentials that you have today. Now, it should be called Classic Sounds. Classic Jump Land. Hang on. I think I've done this wrong again. I should be clicking posted. What's that? COP style hands. Okay. Classic sound effects, but that's not the one I was after. There's a reason why we selected the particular LR300. Apocalypse Blowout Overhaul for Old World. Have a look at that. There we are. Classic weapon SFX for Gunslinger. Have a look at these ones afterwards. Now it should say Yeah, there it is. This sound pack only supports the Cybercat, essentially. LR300 animation used in the old world. Apologize for those using the alternative animation. All right. So this is the one I wanted. I do know that I have downloaded it somewhere, but it's probably lost in my archive somewhere. All right. So classic weapon SFX, alternative pseudo giants first. That'll go in animals. And classic will go to old shenanigans. Classic weapon SFX. Nothing to do with the manual. Okay, it's all good. Actually, would there be an issue between, because Gunslinger is nearly updated. You know what? Let's just test it anyway. It's the only way to do it. Since I'm running the latest Gunslinger update, update 5, I'm actually still curious as to whether or not the sound had the issue. Ooh, what happened there? Full screen. That'll do. All right, let's go in and have a look at the sound. Actually, let's load up the LR first. And then those shotguns that I was having issues with. Let's try this out. Cool. Oh, the sound is actually a little bit more on point. Whereas before it sounded like it was a little bit offset or off-putting. Looks like yeah, okay. So the sound has been sort of realigned. Cool. Let's grab this. Oh. Oh. It's the sound mod that was causing the crash all along. We go line that up. Oh, that's a damn shame. Shit. I guess we're not using that mod. No point in even linking it. Okay. So the Cybercat is a little bit off. What if we use the Gunslinger version? What's that going to do? Actually, I'm curious. Let's try the Radeon. See what that does. So it looks like overall that maybe I was wrong completely. There was no other issue with that version 2. It was actually the sound mod itself that was the issue. Rifle. That. What's this going to do different? The model hasn't changed. Oh, I see. Animation change. Right. So what's the Gunslinger going to do? Right, this is the Gunslinger. Oh, I like that. That's smooth. That's smooth. That's fucking nice. Yeah. Yeah, that's the one I'm going to use. Fucking oath. Alright. If you've installed or been following along, don't worry about the Cybercat. Either go the Gunslinger or the Radeon, whichever reload animation you liked. That is the best way to go. And then depending on what you want to do with glossy surfaces, as to whether or not you want to turn off the base devices as well. The only thing I didn't test was the PDA. Is there a separate one here for the PDA? No, which means you're going to get the stock standard PDA. All right, we can fix that. All right, so classic weapon SFX is no good at the moment. Hopefully it gets updated. Apocalyptic, Blowout, Overhaul. I always liked Apocalyptic, Blowout. It's an updated version, but it says Lite version. It says it comes with pre-Blowout Murder Crows already on it. menacing than ever before. Time lightning, immersion, special light edition for Anomaly for old world and add-on only. I gotta learn how to fucking speak. Cool. Grab that. What's this? Hands pack COP style. Call appropriate. Screenshots. Okay. Yeah, it's something different. Use it. 113 megs. Now, I did see one here that was a culmination of FDDA already packaged together for the old world. It's Ryan Gosling portrait. You know what? I'm going to grab that as well. I know I saw something along those lines. Go back to the first page and have another look. I might have overlooked it. There. FDDA Remake, DLTX, Old World. What does this Ryan Gosling do? God. Replaces the no data portrait with Ryan Gosling. Requires Old World. I'm gonna grab it. All right, FDDA. Am I getting restricted on my download? Come on, man. Food, drug, and drinks animations, bread, sausage animations, gunslinger animations. That's good. Good for the theme overall. This add-on is only for the old world. It requires, yeah, we've got modded XEs, we've got that, and we've got the patch already. So essentially, we should get everything in one package. We don't need to worry about putting anything together or everything together. Everything's already there. That's fucking nice. It's really good. 300. Okay. Hopefully this isn't going to get restricted. Otherwise, I might have to select a different mirror. Nope. Okay, might have just been that file. So Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling. Oh, God. Classic Jumpland SFX for the old world. Using EFT Jumpland as a base. Okay. There's also one other mod that I wanted to try and find as well, but I think I need to type in Beerman. In case you're not interested in Gunslinger, like I said, you don't have to build the pack the way I'm doing it. You can have a look at other things. Now, this one here is Reject Modernity, Return to the Call of Chernobyl. So it's all the classic guns, I believe. All done up differently. I don't know why that's there. Did he do textures as well for the models? Fixed aim, adjust Mosin. Oh, there's a Mosin in here. Really? Okay. So fixed animations for the Mosin Nagant, P90 restoration project, and other for all the Stalker series assets in the old world. Anomaly devs. We've got a lot of the classical weapons here by the looks. I'm pretty sure this is going to require DLTX as well. Yes, here. Old World add-on and Demonized XEs. So we've tested out Gunslinger and everything else. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and deactivate Gunslinger. And I'm going to go through and add on Beerman so that I can have a look at it. You can have a look at it too, see what you think. But generally speaking, in terms of the guns, you can either go Gunslinger and hopefully Beerman's after we've tested it. We'll see. But I don't think either way is going to make a difference. It's going to be up to your personal preference as to what you want to do. Oh, well, Ryan Gosling. Oh, we're definitely installing that. I need to see it. That's all good. Okay. God. Glossy surfaces. So we've got the hands pack here. Let's go and install Beerman's first, because that may require a few different things. How to install. Is that going to be the same as... Yep. Okay, that's all the same. Read this if you want to play with the optional variant. Make sure to install main Beerman's classification if you want to use the optional stuff. Right, so we got beta AK-40, AK-74, Beerman's variant, alternate shotgun sounds, and an old build Grozer. Right. So let's go through first and do this. We're going to install just the game data. No, we'll install it all, actually. You've already seen me do this before, so I'll just skip this. So B.C.P, this is version 7. I'm going to add all this up into that section. And I'm only going to run just the standard classification. We could test out the other stuff afterwards. What was this again? Our classic... No, that's not classic SFX, is it? Jump land, right. So I'm going to change this to jump land. We'll add that on anyway, I should say. So I know exactly what it is. Hands pack, the COP. Nothing special that we have to do there. FDDA gunslinger. Nothing special there either. No foam mod or anything. Everything's pre-selected, ready to go. Okay. And the blowouts. Nothing special. We got photos. What's the photo? Oh. Okay, it's just that. README text. Same thing as before. High quality audio visual overhaul. Sound of Storms. Siren doesn't work. It was an issue. Okay. It's the Demonized helped out too. All right, so we got all these installed. So I got B.C.P. I've completely deactivated Gunslinger. We've just got the standard B.C.P. project, none of the optionals, not yet. We'll test out the actual mod itself first. And we've got the Ryan Gosling, Jump Land, the Hands Pack to go and have a look at, and FDDA and Blowouts. So let's go in and go and have a look-see. There he is. Ryan Gosling. God. First of all, not devices, idiot. Let's grab some food. What's this? Don't spawn dummy, no sound item. Hey, thanks for the advice. Let's test out a few medical items. Check out the durries. First aid pack, try that. We shouldn't need to try too much, and we'll need some matches on there. Now, we'll need to test out some guns. Let's have a look, see if there's anything new. New. For, it's all looking the same. I am running the mod, aren't I? Or did I somehow override B.C.P? It's definitely running the mod. Sounds are a little bit off too. Let's try out this. That. And let's try out the LR. So we'll need that. Shotgun rounds. And some 9x19. Oops. Already had the shotgun there. Let's rein in the FOV a little bit. Back to 45. Damn. Nice. Yeah, that's definitely the old way. Shoddy. Damn, that's a meaty sound. Sounds are a little bit off. Is that me doing that waving when I'm aiming? Okay. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Alright, FDDA. F1, medpack. Bandage. Nice. Food. Booze. Nice. Let's try out Durry. Nice packet. Hey, no. You fucking bum puffing bitch. There's still 3/4 of a Durry there. I shouldn't talk. It's supposed to clip. Nice. What else have we got? This? It's all there. Let's try out the energy drink. Oh, okay, yep. I'd have to put on the drugs, don't I can use any amount of drugs. That's fine. We can wait for that to finish, maybe. It'll take a little bit of time. Yeah, no. It's all good. So I haven't touched the weather effects, so... Starting a mission. I won't record the entire thing, but I'll show you what it looks like. Also, just so you know, when you spawn an emission, the murder of crows won't happen. That's a separate thing, yeah? So it'll only happen naturally. That'll actually come in. I like that. Reload. He just throws it away casually. That's pretty cool. I got no ammo for it to reload with. There we go. Most of the sounds are pretty much on point. Some sounds are still a little bit off-putting, but majority of them are on point. I tested quite a few of them, as you can see. But yeah, if you wanted to use B.C.P instead of Gunslinger and get that true old feel, by all means, mate, it's there. It shouldn't have any conflicts or issues with any of the other stuff I want to do with the game. But as you can see, some of the pistols were a little bit off-putting. But actually, wasn't the Mackie also off-putting originally? Maybe that's an intentional thing. Ah, jump land. Nice. Also, Psystorm. Hands. So that's the hands there. We'll have to get some armor. Jacket. That. And let's go Paragon of Freedom. Yeah. That looks pretty good, eh? That looks really good. FDDA settings. Yeah, everything's good. So those mods are a pretty good inclusion overall. We tested everything. Jump land, the hands, we had a look at those. They're not bad. They're not bad at all. Oh, FDDA works fine. B.C.P works fine. Now, we've got alternative Groza, shotgun sounds, variant, and AK-74. So let's load up all of those and go back into the game and have a look at what this variant is. It does nothing for the pistol, so the pistol's still out of whack. Let's have a look at the other guns. That's new. So the variant just adds new guns. Cora. That's new. Decrepit. Oh no, that was already there, sorry. That is there. So-called 18. Okay. So need a little bit of 9x18, 9x19. Shotgun. Ooh. Spetsnaz Hunter 12. Okay, so these are all brand new weapons. They did say AK-74. That's a NATO. Spetsnaz. Okay. He said something about the Tundra, I believe, or the Groza. Grab that. Mosin. Nothing explosives wise? No? Okay, so we'll need a bit of that. Need a bit of this. Grab some Vogs. Oh, and this. Pretty sure we've covered all the bases. Oh. Shotgun. So this is the Spetsnaz. Not bad. Thunder, Mosin. Oh, wow. It's definitely a better sound. Mosin? Sort of like the sound cuts out at the end instead of like, yeah, the sound just cuts out. Plus the left arm there is sort of going out of whack a little bit, so it's like the FOV would have to be tuned in a little bit more. Let's try out some of these pistols too. Oh, it's auto. Sounds a little out of whack. This one's an auto too. Just doesn't say it. Interesting. Okay, get some alternative weapons and stuff. From what I've seen, that was about it. Didn't do anything to the no, PDA or devices, no. Okay.
No, привет.
Right, so next one, we want to sort of... I'm going to stick with Gunslinger, but if you're interested in B.C.P. classification project, then you can take that path as well. It's not going to mean any difference with the mod pack going forward. So if that's what you choose, if you're following along, go with it. If you want Gunslinger, then go Gunslinger. But that is not too bad at all. I think we tested everything. Oh, the shotgun sound. So there's alternative. You can do that yourself. That'll be fine. And Beta AK-74. So I'm pretty sure that was the addition there, or maybe there was something else. But these are all pretty good. We've already tested that. So that's a good addition. I'll have to go through and start making some additional separators for those and figure out where I'm going to put them.